Hey everybody, welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. Thanks so much for joining us this week, and Merry Christmas. Hopefully you got to spend some good time with some friends and family over the Christmas holiday. And on this week's show, we have got a lot of stuff to bring you.
We sure do. What we're doing, it's kind of becoming a tradition here on the show to do a year in review. We're going to show you the entire year in a snapshot, a little blip from each of the 12 months of 2012. And it's kind of cool to see all the variety we have here in Michigan in a 12-month span of time. So make sure you stay tuned. Lots of excitement on this week's show. I'm Jenny Olson.
And I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream, it's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. By Chappelle, a Michigan company providing shelters, sleds, and accessories for your time on the ice or in the woods. Featuring the FX Series flipovers, the new Wide House and Trail House pop-ups. Chappelle has you covered on the web at chappelle.com.
Well, the beginning of the year, January, usually kicks off with plenty of ice fishing.
We're going to go ahead and get out the ice saw.
Now, where do you get an ice saw at?
The best place to get them, or the only place that I really know of, is online. If you type in ice saw, a couple different places will come up. This is the third year on this one. We've never had it sharpened. It still cuts really good. This is some pretty thick ice. If you've got under 6 inches of ice, you're blazing through it faster than you can with a chainsaw, but this one's going to take a little more effort.
How much ice is here, about a foot?
Yeah, I'm saying there's at least a foot. Okay. Yep. So, we've got our 4 holes, and like I said, now we're just going to kind of connect the dots with the ice saw.
Well, when it all works like it's supposed to, spearing can be a ton of excitement.
This is what pike under ice is all about right here, baby. Look at that nice northern. That is what pike under ice is all about.
Another favorite when it comes to January wintertime activity is, of course, a little bunny hunting.
Yeah! Push. One down. Hey, we got a rabbit hit here!
It's a huge accomplishment with a bow, let alone a recurve. Getting a rabbit with a bow and arrow, it's great. We've got a good group of guys out here, and thanks to Bill Fox for hosting this thing every year on this day. We've got great conditions. It's starting to warm up. The dogs are really starting to heat up too, so hopefully we bag a couple more.
Well, when it comes to February, we are still doing a lot of fishing on the hard water. In this story, we were doing some big lake perch fishing on Saginaw Bay.
Distance until I was sure both he and his four-wheeler weren't going anywhere. Butch had his hole chipped out and was already getting down to business. This is it, huh?
That's it.
The perch killer?
Yeah,
Nice.
for 20 years I've been using it since the kid help started coming out.
Really?
Same one all the time
Huh.
until I lose one, and then I put another one.
Right. How long have you been fishing out here then?
I would say since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
I'm 70, today I'm 73 years old.
Today's your birthday?
Today's my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday. You're 70?
73.
73.
Yeah.
Cool.
When I was a kid, I used to go by myself. I'd walk from just about on Tower Beach Road. I'd walk to the bay with a 5-gallon pail and then fill that up with birch and then walk back home with it.
Wow. You were hooked from an early age, huh?
Yeah.
Another one of our favorite February activities is to get out on the hard water with good friend Mark Martin.
Pick the tip up, put it over by Doug because that's upwind, and then get over here because you're going to put the line right where you're sitting. Because you want walleye. Look at the size of that one.
All right, nice fish.
There you go.
Good teacher. All right.
Excellent.
Well, thanks to the ice fishing school,
Sweet.
Mark Martin.
This year, as March rolled around, we had one of our best predator hunts we've ever had on the television show. Actually spotted 2 coyotes in a huge open field feeding on a dead critter. We moved into position and quickly got set up. Brandon had them coming on a string, one up the edge that I couldn't really see on camera, and one up the woods coming right at us.
Straight in the woods, straight in front of you in the woods. Somebody get him!
The first coyote was hit, and the attention quickly turned to coyote number 2 on the edge of the woods. Brandon's dad was just waiting to make a good clean shot.
There we go, baby. There we go. That's a double right there. That's what I'm talking about.
You young guys go get that.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. On TV. Woo! 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 Yes, sir. Right there, baby.
What a hunt! We got our orange back on and went after the downed coyotes. It was quite a day in the North Woods, to be sure. As April rolls around, we get to do a little spring fishing. And sometimes just getting out with a good friend can be what it's all about, even if it's not a big fish on the other end of your line.
Not all day. Oh. Fight's good, too.
Yeah, look at that bend in the rod.
Yeah. Kind of skinny, but not much fillet off this one.
Boy, but you got a really good hook set up.
Yeah, it was great. A lot better than the other fish I've actually had on today. If I could only hook those so well.
I know, stop messing around.
I did too.
Turn on me.
Holy cow!
There you go.
That thing fought like a beast.
Good job.
Well, and of course, April here in Michigan, it means walleye fishing.
About 12 feet of water right now. It's kind of a nice day. It's probably 40 degrees. It's warmed up kind of nice. Not much wind. Makes boat control a lot easier. We're all running about 6.5 foot rods with 6-pound test fire line, flame green, 1/2 ounce lead head jigs, and plastic. We're going to do this till we get our 20 fish. That is number 20.
The night before the turkey opener is much like the day before deer season. Endless optimism and all sorts of half-baked schemes being hatched as the guys filter in after roosting birds. I love this time of the year, and our little turkey camp is something I try to get to every year.
Knock one down. Knock a few down. Get a good film. I want to watch it on TV.
It's 29 degrees. We're ready to go. Let's do it.
I did have a lot of fun at turkey camp this past year, and even though I was able to get a bird, it paled in comparison to a hunt later in the month.
I have been able to do, some people would look at me like I'm nuts, But I think I've been able to do in my wheelchair everything that you or anybody else can do standing up.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, I'm paralyzed from the waist down, but people would look at that as a disability. I don't, that's in reality that's what it is, and that's what it's called. It's spina bifida, but God has used the spina bifida to benefit me really and to benefit people around me. And I just thank God for that. And it's weird. I'm thanking God for a disability. That again, most people might look at me like I'm nuts, but hey, if I didn't have it, I might not be here right now.
I have to say, of all the folks that I've hunted with on the TV show, I will not forget the time I spent with Shannon. He has an outlook and a smile that is really something special. And you know what? Our hunt was looking up. A lone longbeard had entered the field and was slowly heading our way. It came from our right, which made for some scrambling in the blind, but we got Shannon where he needed to be and got the camera moved a bit, and it was now the moment of truth. Shannon prepared to make the shot.
Yeah, baby.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
Praise God.
Yes!
Praise God.
Oh.
It's okay.
Yes!
Jimmy.
Yes!
Praise the Lord.
I can't tell you how great it was to see that bird fold in half. Shannon made a perfect shot.
That's how quick it can happen, boys.
Yes! Oh!
Hey,
yes!
We got it on tape, man. Oh. You got it on tape, buddy.
Oh.
Hunting with Shannon was a lot of fun and very inspiring. As June rolled around, I met another equally impressive young man who took me out to do a little perch fishing. The fishing was good today, and Jeff knew right where to look for these fish, and more importantly, just how to anchor us in a way to keep us over the fish. Now, you may have noticed that Jeff was fishing from a wheelchair. A little over 4 years ago, Jeff fell from a tree stand, and since then has been confined to the chair. But I have to say, it does not stop this avid outdoorsman. He helps spread the word about tree stand safety and continues to hunt and tournament fish. I have to say, he is a very impressive angler and a more impressive person.
We move from spot to spot. It's just different marks that I have in the GPS out here, different clay holes. From the first spot we were fishing, we just came down south here about a mile, and just more clay holes down here that holds perch, holds bait, and that holds the fish in them. So we just came down here, and then we look to mark fish. If we don't mark fish, we'll move on to the next hole. But we marked a few here, so we're giving it a shot.
As the morning wore on, we started to hit more and more doubles, and as the wind settled down, we did have a few boats come out and join us on this great morning. Another trip in June that was one of my favorite of the year was a trip above the bridge to tape the sharp-tailed grouse. Like the males of most species, these guys are trying all they can do to get the attention of the females. It is quite a dance and quite a performance, to say the least.
What we were looking at today was the breeding behavior or lucking behavior that they're going through at this time. The peak usually goes from around April 1st to early May.
Next up, a little fly fishing.
This time of year, if you catch a 16-incher, you're generally slapping high fives.
Okay.
A 20-incher, you're calling friends. 24-incher, quit fishing for the month.
Well, we finally had what we were looking for. A bigger fish was on the line. Now, just had to see if we could land this dandy brown.
Come on, activity. I want to land the fish. Oh, my arm's getting tired.
Keep him, see his wings here?
Oh, he's fat and full and... Oh, you're the man, brother.
Nice fish.
All right, nice.
Okay, now we're going the right direction.
Let's see this bad boy here. Can you bring him over here? How big of a fish is that there?
That's what we call a teenager. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Let's say 17.
Fish. I get a
Yeah.
Oh man, he fought like a son of a gun. I might have to go in the back. My arm's tired.
Not too many other shows that I'm aware of will go from fly fishing to frog catching.
Yeah, I would think that anybody who likes the outdoors and likes to be on the water or enjoys the challenge of hunting would enjoy this sport. I mean, like you say, I wouldn't knock it till you try it because it's different and not a lot of people do it, but it's really enjoyable. It's challenging. First you need to find the frogs, and then as we've seen tonight, you need to be able to catch them and not miss them. So it is challenging. And I just really enjoy it. I definitely would not knock it until you tried it. It's really fun and enjoyable.
If you enjoy the water and enjoy spending time outdoors, you should at least give frog hunting a try. We had a great time on the water, and it was a nice change of pace from your everyday fishing trip. Special thanks to Alex for setting this hunt up.
Well, this year August meant some of the best big lake fishing on Lake Michigan we've seen in a long time.
That is on a meat rig, on a low diver, and it's on a Matt Strong meat rig. I think it's a UV and Mirage.
And how far back do you run those divers?
That was 110 foot back on a 1.5 setting.
The setup tonight was pretty simple. 60 feet of water, and we were fishing down about 20 feet to about 50 feet. And tonight, every setup was catching fish. That's why even I got to land a few this evening.
Yeah, look at that.
Beautiful fish, guys.
Some nice fish. Let's say hi to our kids. Hi, Madeline, Meredith, Kay.
See, Dad actually does catch a fish now and then.
What do you
And
know?
also
He
to
can
my
do
relatives in Canada.
Yeah, he can
You
do
do
it.
catch fish from Michigan.
I'm 43 now.
43.
This was a little easier 13 years ago, Jimmy. Remember that?
Yeah?
Oh, I know everyone's probably like, 43? She acts so immature. How romantic is this, huh?
This is what they have on the brochure. Alright?
Nice. That thing's as big as you, Dana.
Nice job, babe.
Beautiful. All right.
Good fish. We're going over a lot of fish right now. Kind of fun to have a double. A ton of fish.
As we transition from summer to fall, one of the hunts that happens at the end of August and first part of September that's one of my favorites here in the state is the early elk season. Fortunately, this bull was so big, there was no question on whether he was a shooter. We were a little over 200 yards away and hoping the bull would stay in the field as we got ready. He's got to shoot.
Scott, you gotta hurry here.
Hit him again. He's down, he's down, he's down. Where's our cow hunter?
Wow.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
a beautiful bull.
Thank
Tell us
you.
a little bit about what happened.
Well, when we first came out here,
Well, that early elk hunt is always a lot of fun, and special thanks to Kevin Johnson for letting me tag along at the very last minute. As we transition to October is right when we aired our youth hunts, some that went as planned and, well, some that made a good memory.
Okay, right behind the shoulder whenever you feel good. How you feeling? Okay, put it right behind your shoulder and squeeze the trigger.
Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. You got her?
No.
You cock it. Get her.
Did I miss her? Yes.
Meh.
Can you believe that? Good job.
I think I shot a buck.
I think you shot a buck. I think you did too. He's right out in those beams. Good job. All right.
Special thanks to Gabe Van Wormer from MUCC for sharing that hunt with us. But when you talk about deer hunting this year, well, one thing was talked about no matter where you went, and that was EHD.
For this area, for this particular farm, 10 deer on the opening day bull season is a pretty small number. The last 2 years in opening day bull season, I've seen over 40 right in the same area. So to only see 10, that tells me, kind of confirmed what I'd already thought about some of the EHD loss in this area. From the tree stand, I can see 3 dead deer. And the lingering smell of that, it's just an awful feeling. As much as I love to be in a tree stand, as much as I love to bow hunt, when you can see dead deer, you can smell dead deer, you know you're seeing substantially less than what you're used to seeing in an area. This is tough.
Well, of course, November here in Michigan means deer hunting. We had a couple good bow hunts and a pretty good opening day this year in November.
Stand for 5 minutes. We had just sat down and I tapped Jordan on the shoulder, and here comes this 8-point walking right down the trail.
Finally, I had arrived at the tent camp that I had been so excited to see. I was there before all the troops arrived and had Kyle Anderson and his daughter Kelsey show me around.
Okay, well, we finally made it.
The opener at a tent camp was pretty special this year, and I was able to tag along with Eric Wahlberg as he drew down on a pretty nice little 6-point. Well, for us, in December, we still have some of our opening day stories left, like this one from Jordan Brown.
I'd shot perfect shot right through the lungs. Not broadside, but she went right down, and we went back, looked at the film, and proved our shot was good. So made a good morning. Ready to look for my deer?
Sir.
All right.
Another activity that we try to highlight every year are the many trappers here in the great state of Michigan.
Well, actually, that stream that we just came off from, my brother Perry and I started on that. I'm thinking I was around 11, maybe 12. There used to be a farm lane there. We went to country school just up on 66. And before we went to school in the morning, we used to ride our bikes down that farm lane. And that was back in the days, just the #1 victor. And we had chew-offs. We didn't take many rats, but it never hindered us from going back and trying to get more.
Many outdoorsmen fail to realize just how fun trapping can be. I spend at least a few days every year checking traps, and whether that's with or without the camera, they are some of my favorite days in the field. Special thanks to Elmer for letting me tag along on this very informative day of trapping here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Well, thanks for joining us this week for our 2012 year in review here on Michigan Out of Doors. We're already looking forward to next year and highlighting a bunch of different stories around the state for you again.
That's right, and I think what's really kind of makes Michigan Out of Doors kind of a special show is it's not about the two of us, it's really about you, the viewers, the sportsmen and women of this great state of Michigan. There are so many stories left to be told, and we're excited for 2013 to see what lies ahead in the seasons that are going to be coming up. And so hopefully we'll see you right back here next week on your PBS station. Have a Happy New Year, everybody.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Jay's Sporting Goods with locations in Clare and Gaylord. Jay's, serving the Michigan outdoor enthusiast since 1971 with a wide variety of outdoor products. The gear, the knowledge, the tradition of Jay's, on the web at jayssportinggoods.com. By Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Showspan, producing consumer shows including the Ultimate Fishing Show Detroit, January 10th through 13th at Novi's Suburban Collection Showplace. The show features fishing tackle, trips, boats, and seminars by Kevin Van Dam and Mark Zona. The Ultimate Fishing Show, Novi, January 10th through 13th. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. Closed captioning is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state.